All right. Just like it said, once again, back is the incredible. All right. I just thought I'd try that once, see how it worked. May never do it again. All right. Multiplying and factoring. We're continuing our look into polynomials. We're going to be able to multiply polynomials as well as do things like pull out the GCF, all that kind of stuff. Multiplying a monomial and a trinomial. This is basically just the distributive property. So we're going to take this negative x cubed times everything in the parentheses. Okay, so negative x cubed times 9x to the 4th is negative 9x to the 7th. Remember, same base, add the exponents. Oh no, you mean I have to remember stuff from chapter 7? Sorry, I'm just mocking each one of you. Okay, negative times negative is positive. Sorry. X cubed and x cubed. Oh, we have a 2. Sorry, forgot a 2. And then x cubed and x cubed is x to the 6th. And then we have negative times positive is negative. We have x cubed times 7, so we get 7x cubed. There's your answer. All right, simpler form. Try that one out for size. You need to pause. Find the greatest common factor. So now we're trying to pull out what they have in common. So we're looking at two different things. We're looking at the numbers and we're looking at the letters. So we want to pull out the GCF. Okay, now for the numbers, we have 5, 25, and 45. So the largest number that divides evenly into all of those is 5. Okay. We do the same thing with the letters. We have an x cubed, an x squared, and an x. The GCF is x. Just as a hint, the variable will always be the smallest exponent. Okay. That one will always go into all of the others because of the whole addition thing. Okay. Guess what? You get to try that one. There are going to be a few things at the very end of this that I want you to do that I'm not going to work out for you. You can discuss them in your groups whenever you come in the next day, whatever. But I want to start doing that and giving you a few extra problems that I don't touch, and that I'm not really going to show you what to do. Okay. Just to give you more practice. I don't know, I was wondering if in chapter 7 I gave you enough of your own practice problems. You had to have the initiative to go off on your own and pick some problems out of the book or stuff. So, okay, moving on. Now we're going to actually factor out the GCF. Now we're actually asking for the factored form. So we look at all three numbers. We've got 4, 24, and 8. So 4 is the largest thing that goes in there. And then we have, of course, our exponent. So now what we want to do is we want to figure out what do we multiply 4x by to get 4x to the 5th. And that has to be x to the 4th. X to the 1, x to the 4 is x to the 5. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay. Now I know I have a positive out here, but now the next one's negative, so I'm going to have a negative sign. 4 times what gives me 24? 6. X times what gives me x cubed? X squared. Okay. This one's a plus, this one's a plus, so I know it's going to be a plus sign. 4 times 2 gives me 8, and then the x doesn't have anything. Okay, so I move this one. Let me grab that, pull that over. And that's your factored form. Okay. Notice that everything in the parentheses is completely factored. There is no common value between all three of them. That's how you can call it the factored form. All right, factored form of this, find the GCF of 9, 15, and 12. Find the GCF of x to the 2nd, x to the 4th, and x to the 6th. Pull them out, find out what goes inside the parentheses. So you're going to have this sort of thing where you have these three values that you need to figure out, and then the value inside. Okay, so go through the process, pause it, do that one. All right, word problem. Mr. Jason likes to put his word problems in here, and I decide that I just don't, I'm too lazy to delete them, so here you go. Okay. We have a helicopter landing pad. If you've never seen one before, they normally make the they put a box, a square around the outside, and then a circle. I mean, I'm sure that you all take helicopters to school. There is a school in California where most of the students do or have at one point in time taken a helicopter to school, but I don't think I've ever seen that here. So we want to find the area of the square, and we're going to do that by taking 2x times 2x. Okay, so we're going to do the square, and that's side squared, so 2x squared, which is equal to 4x squared. Now we have to find the area of the circle, which is pi r squared. So we have pi times x squared. Okay, so this is the area of the square. This is the area of the circle. In order to find out the red parts, I have to take and subtract them. So 4x squared minus pi x squared. Notice they have something in common, so I can factor that out. It says write it in factored form. So I'm going to pull out an x squared, and I'm going to be left with 4 minus pi. And that is the factored form. Okay. The next slide is going to have, I think there's 4 practice problems. So give them a try. When you come in, share your answers with each other. See if you got the practice problems right. But otherwise, pause on this screen, and we're done for one more section.